Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. See the Washington Commanders taking on the Austin Desperados.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Green. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Graham. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down now, it's Graham. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 36. On 3rd down, Graham. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Desperados are back within a score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Bibbs. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call when they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
It'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
They'll look to throw again. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers win is a big one there as they move above 500 at 7-6 and keep themselves in the mix for a possible playoff berth. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Graham. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, it's Graham. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll run on 1st down. Graham. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. Graham. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Graham. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Desperados have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a rookie.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Bibbs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On first, now 2nd and 10. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's back to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it at...
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix.
Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So for our visitors, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that